The university has corporations, student, faculty, and staff resistance. My name is Fabian Arzuega. I'll moderate. I'm a member of CASH, Coalition Against Corporate Higher Education, and a member of the Graduate Student Union at University of Chicago, Graduate Students United. First, I'd like to introduce Oscar and Savannah. They're from Students for Social Justice. I believe they're going to be talking about Sodexo and their work against it. Awesome. Here we have Ben Schack. He's a member from Coalition Against Corporate Higher Education. He's going to be talking about the work along the student fronts. And finally, Loretta Capehart from Justice for Loretta Capehart is going to give us some perspective from the faculty. So each of these, groups are going to speak for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to take Q&A at the end with the idea that obviously all these are going to be related, so questions will be organic towards the end. All right, next.
Thanks very much for the introduction, Fabian. So, as Fabian said, my name is Ben Schack. I'm a graduate student at Northwestern University, and I'm a member of the Coalition Against Corporate Higher Education. And I'd like to talk especially about student resistance to what we're calling the corporatization of higher education today. And the way I'd like to do that is to speak first for a little bit about what corporatization is in general, what we mean when we talk about the corporatization of higher education, and then I want to talk about some specific instances of corporatization and what in particular CASH, the Coalition Against Corporate Higher Education, has done in Chicago to resist the process of corporatization. So what is corporatization? Where did it come from? These are going to be two questions that I'm going to answer here. And why is it important? The meaning of the significance of this will become clear in a second. But why is it important to understand that corporatization is a process that's taking place at nonprofit colleges and universities and isn't simply something that's happening at for-profit universities? One fairly straightforward definition we could give of corporatization is that the corporatization of higher education is a process through which colleges and universities, institutions which once aspired to the enlightened principles of open inquiry and access, are transformed into revenue-generating machines governed by the cost-cutting, revenue-maximizing imperatives of the capitalist marketplace. That's one straightforward definition of corporatization. And where did corporatization come from? One could see it as part and parcel of the larger assault on the living standards of working people that's often identified as neoliberalism. And we're going to get into this in more detail in a moment, but on the one hand, you can understand the prevalence of student debt today as a result of stagnant incomes caused by policies identified with neoliberalism. And then on the other hand, you can see the rising cost of tuition and the commodification